Long ago, in a time of turmoil and oppression, the Israelites prayed for a deliverer. The Philistines, their enemies, had taken control of their land and made their lives miserable. God heard their cries and chose a man named Samson to be their champion. Samson's birth was a miracle. His mother, who had been barren for many years, was visited by an angel who announced that she would have a son. This son, the angel declared, would be a Nazirite from birth, dedicated to God in a special way. A Nazirite vow was a sacred promise made to God. Those who took the vow had to follow strict rules. They couldn't drink wine or cut their hair, for these were signs of their dedication to God. Samson's strength, the angel revealed, would be tied to his hair, a symbol of his covenant with God. From his very first breath, Samson was set apart, destined for greatness, chosen to lead his people to freedom. As Samson grew, so did his strength. It was clear that he was no ordinary man. The Spirit of the Lord was upon him, and he performed incredible feats that amazed everyone. One day, on his way to the land of the Philistines, a fierce lion attacked Samson. With his bare hands, he killed the lion, its powerful jaws no match for Samson's God-given strength. Later, he married a Philistine woman. At the wedding feast, he posed a riddle to the guests, promising them gifts if they could solve it. The riddle was about the lion he had slain and the honey he had found in its carcass. The Philistines, unable to solve the riddle, threatened Samson's wife. Under duress, she betrayed Samson's trust and revealed the answer to his riddle. Enraged by their deceit, Samson left his wife and went on a rampage against the Philistines. He killed many of them, avenging the betrayal he had suffered. His anger burned, fueled by the injustice he had faced. The Philistines, enraged by Samson's actions, sought revenge. They marched to Judah, demanding that Samson be handed over to them. The Israelites, afraid of the Philistines' wrath, bound Samson and delivered him to their enemies. But the Spirit of the Lord came upon Samson with great force. The ropes that bound him snapped like threads. He looked around for a weapon but found only the jawbone of a donkey lying on the ground. Seizing the jawbone, Samson charged into the Philistine ranks. He struck them down left and right, his strength leaving them no chance. 1,000 Philistine warriors fell that day, slain by Samson and the jawbone of a donkey. Yet despite his incredible victory, Samson was not invincible. He was still human, and even the strongest of men have their weaknesses. Samson's weakness was his love for women. He fell in love with a woman named Delilah. The Philistine rulers, knowing of Samson's affection for her, bribed Delilah to discover the secret of his strength. Delilah, blinded by greed, agreed to their plan. She pestered Samson day and night to reveal the source of his great power. Time and again she would ask him, "What is the secret of your strength? What can be done to subdue you?" Finally, weary of her constant questions and blinded by his love for her, Samson revealed his secret. "No razor has ever been used on my head," he told her, "because I have been a Nazirite dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man." That night, as Samson slept, Delilah betrayed him. She called for a man to shave off the 7 braids of his hair. When Samson awoke, he felt his strength drain away. He had been betrayed by the woman he loved, and his enemies were upon him. The Philistines seized Samson, blinded him, and threw him into prison. He was forced to work like a beast of burden, grinding grain in the prison house. But Samson's hair began to grow again, and with it, his strength slowly returned. The Philistines, oblivious to Samson's renewed vigor, gathered in their temple for a great festival. They brought Samson out to entertain them, mocking his blindness and celebrating his defeat. As Samson stood in the temple, his heart filled with sorrow and regret, he prayed to God for strength one last time. He asked God to avenge him on the Philistines for his 2 eyes. With newfound determination, Samson grasped the 2 central pillars that supported the entire temple. These were massive pillars, upon which the building rested. He pushed with all his might, his powerful muscles straining against the stone. The temple shook and groaned, and then, with a deafening roar, it collapsed. Samson perished that day, but in his death he achieved a final glorious victory. He destroyed the Philistine temple, killing their leaders and a multitude of their people. He had sacrificed himself to save his people, proving that even in his final moments, he was a true hero, a testament to God's power, and a symbol of hope for generations to come.